Hey, what's up, guys? So I just want to talk about the subject of obsession. Um, I think obsession for a short period of time is a good thing. For instance, I was very obsessed, and people believe it or not, I was obsessed in eighth grade becoming a valedictorian. I was very obsessed with that. I'm a very competitive person. I was very obsessed with having six pack abs even in high school. I was obsessed with getting into Princeton. Um, as my number one school. I always wanted to go to an Ivy League school. I didn't care about Harvard or Yale. I wanted to go to an Ivy League school, but Princeton was nearby. It's only like an hour away, so on train. So I was like, you know what? Let me go to that school. Um, I was obsessed after I graduated from Princeton. I said I had to get into medical school. I did not like working in a research lab as a lab assistant. I felt that I was made for much more. Um, I was obsessed with being in the best shape that I can be in. I'm obsessed with this physique competition that I have come in July. Everyone's looking at me weird after my CrossFit class, and they see me doing my crunches and uh, my high rep squats instead of my super heavy squats. I think obsession. I'm obsessed with helping as many people as possible with this Beachbody business. Um, I'm obsessed with learning as much as I can as an ER doctor, provide the best care for my patients. Um, I think it's okay to be obsessed for a short period of time because if you're ever going to try to achieve a goal, we got to understand, when you're trying to achieve a goal, there are plenty of other people trying to achieve the same goal that you're trying to achieve. So, um, sorry, holding this phone, trying to hold this phone the correct way. So there are people trying to achieve the same goal that you're trying to achieve. That's number one. Plus, you're not only competing against other people, you're actually competing against, the clock. You're competing against time. You're competing against father time if you're trying to achieve a goal for which, you're going against people, whether it's a job opportunity or athletic opportunity, people who have, more money than you or who more time than you or more youthful than you. So you may have to put in a crazy amount of work, a crazy amount of time to achieve your goals. There are some goals that are only achievable with high return. The only way you're going to get the return is by putting out, a lot more advertisements, a lot more feelers, answering a lot more questions, doing a lot more follow-ups, so you get that rate of return. Your rate of return may be low, so if your rate of return is going to be low, you must throw out a lot more nets and a lot more, advertisements and things like that. So you have to be obsessed for a short period of time. It's not good to be obsessed for the rest of your life about certain things because once you achieve a certain goal, to a certain extent, you could have cycles where you still have some baseline residual activity and then you may have to go into hyperdrive. Let me talk about fitness for a second. There was a time where I had to be obsessed with my fitness and do whatever it takes to get to a certain level. And now I run through cycles where, okay, I'm just doing a maintenance phase, maintenance phase, maintenance phase. And then there are times where, okay, I have to crazy hit up a number of reps or, go really hard or maybe add a 30-minute extra workout. You can't keep that up because your body is not made to keep that up for a long period of time, nor is your mind ready to take that up for all that period of time. Even in medical school, there's a short period of time where I had to really push, but I couldn't keep up that type of lifestyle for the rest of my life. So, if you want to achieve any goal, that's my point, you have to be obsessed. You have to put in the time. You got to put in so much time that other people are going to wonder, are you sane? Are you healthy? If they're asking that, then you're doing something right. Because here's the thing about it. When you're obsessed and when you achieve your goals, then people are going to say you're a genius. If you're obsessed, you're doing the wrong thing, or you half-ass it and you don't push yourself, or when you don't achieve your goal, that's when people look at you and call you crazy or say you were wrong in the first place. But you have to be obsessed in achieving your goals. And when I talk about that obsession, you got to take that obsessed energy and make sure you're doing the right things. Okay, you got to be obsessed with the analysis of what you're doing is the right thing. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, putting in hours and hours, and it's not working, that's obsession, but obsession with a little bit of insanity in there, obsession with a little bit of lack of wisdom. So if you're going to be obsessed with achieving something, putting in the work, you got to be obsessed with the analysis of what the work you're putting in, and you got to be obsessed with the analysis not only of what you're putting in, but what am I going to do different? What resources? What people am I going to talk to? What books am I going to read? How am I going to, what are multiple ways that I could achieve the same goal doing the multiple things at the same time? So you got to be obsessed. So what I'm telling you is a lot of you guys out there are trying to achieve certain goals, whether it's trying to build your own business or achieve, lose 50 to 100 to 200 pounds. You have to be obsessed. And it's okay to be obsessed because once you achieve that goal, it will have been worth it. Okay, if you're thinking about every day of the week trying to lose 100 or 200 pounds, yes, it's going to make you crazy a little bit. People are going to look at you like you're strange. Why is he measuring his food? Why is he going to the gym twice a day? But once you lose that 200 pounds and all you got to do is just do a maintenance phase, it will have all been worth it for that brief period of time that you are obsessed. I don't care if you have to be obsessed for, 6 months to a year. It's better to push yourself for 6 months to a year to achieve your goal than to live your whole life as a loser. Your whole life is not achieving a certain goal. Okay. There was a time where for me, 197 pounds to 6 feet for me is super skinny. I was so obsessed with doing all the things to get into medical school that I was volunteering at the hospital, taking courses at Harvard and working a full-time job. I was obsessed that I lost weight. 190 something pounds is very, 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 very skinny for me. So I was obsessed with that to the point that now I'm glad I was obsessed. And here I am, 22 decades later, a physician. Okay, so you gotta be obsessed. It's okay. I'm telling you, if you're not achieving your goals, I guarantee it's because you're not obsessed. You kind of want it. You kind of want it a little bit. You gotta push yourself. It's okay to be obsessed. People are gonna be upset. People are going to be angry. That's where you have to have that communication. Let people know, okay, I know you're angry or upset now, but trust me, it's going to be worth it 5, 10, 20 years from now. My family is happy now that I was obsessed 20 years ago because we wouldn't be where we are. We wouldn't live where we are if I wasn't obsessed. My wife wouldn't be a stay-at-home mom enjoying her time with the kids if I wasn't obsessed. If I said, I just want to be comfortable. So you have to be obsessed if you're trying to achieve your goals. This PB2. If you're trying to achieve your goals, trust me, the weight loss, it is worth it for you to wake your butt up. Do whatever it takes to wake up at any point in the morning and kill that workout. Do whatever it takes to study whatever workout plan or workout guide you're trying to follow and measure your foods and lose that weight. It is worth it because at some point, if you're 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, at some point you're going to be 45, 50, 55, 60. So it's good to look back and say, okay, I achieved this goal. To say, well, I don't feel comfortable. Time is going to, check this out. Time is going to move forward whether or not you be obsessive about your goals anyway. So you might as well make time right now work for you. So later on, you could do a maintenance phase or whatever you're trying to do or go through cycles of, okay, I'm going to chill out. Then maybe I have to ramp it up again. But you have to be willing to go through that temporary pain for that long-term gain. Let me repeat myself. You have to be willing to go through that temporary pain for that long-term gain. Trust me. Trust me. Some of you out there are not achieving your goals because, did you work out today? Well, yeah, I worked out once or twice this week. You're not going to achieve your goals. You're working out once or twice a week. I'm sorry. You're not going to achieve your goals if you're drinking every night. You got to be obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. Yes, I said it, obsessed. I have a t-shirt that I wear. Is that obsessed is what the lazy people call the motivated. Anybody who looks at me and say I'm obsessed, I'm saying because you're lazy. Everything I achieve is because I'm obsessed. You got to be obsessed. You have to. It's not healthy to be obsessed for the rest of your life because you miss out on a lot of things in life. But you have to be obsessed at some point in your life and go through a period of time where you're busting your ass. Keep in mind, medical school is literally have no time to do nothing else in medical school but to do medical school, do your rotations. And I had to be cool with that. And then my residency training, there was a time I had to be obsessed with that. Now I'm chilling. Now I'm glad they made us be obsessed with the residency because a lot of things I learned how to take care of patients are all in my mind, stuck there permanently because we were obsessed. Be obsessed.